All right, yeah, so this is my concept book. Oh, and if you're wondering, the language that this is written on is Arabesh, which is Star Wars language, only written, not spoken. So no, I will not say anything in it. Um, Start in the back here. So this is gonna be one of like Bucket Man's moves. One so yes, there is a power system that is going to be in the book manga thing. Um, and so he's gonna like put his bucket on his fist, like that. And then he's gonna launch it. So it's gonna be called Sniper Bucket or Bucket Sniper. It could go either way. Um, oh yeah, and this is when I could only draw stickmen. So got the nice like 3D style stickmen. I'll put an image somewhere in the video. It's from the G Stick collab, and that video, that one was really cool, and I like the style, so I used it. And then so this is another one. He kind of throws his bucket down like he did in this one, except it's gonna like make an explosion or something. I don't know. And then he's gonna fall, and it's gonna be like double meteor crash. So that's just gonna be really cool. Um, Oh, and then this was supposed to be a different one, except all the drawings are kind of just mid. And don't argue in the comments; they are mid. Um, so it basically there's like in the power system. So, what Bucket Man is he's an amplifier, so he just gets stronger or something. And then in the story somewhere, I'm gonna have an amplifier who amplifies their legs instead of their arms, like Bucket Man. So then they'll just run really fast. Um, and then so this guy is a suppressor. So he can suppress people's powers and put them in like this pocket dimension type thing. Oh, and then this is just a cool sketch I did of Bucket Man. This is another one. Oh, and the stuff coming out of his fist. So the power system is loosely based on like rage type thing. So then it's like supposed to be excess rage or something. That's just another cool sketch I did. Oh, and then so for this we got to go all the way back to the beginning. Oh, yeah, here's some more concepts. So that was the first drawing I did of Bucket Man. So this was what his eye was originally going to be look like, but I eventually just changed it to the simpler check mark in and out almost looking thing, and then the line underneath. And then so I got really cool with that. That sucks. Don't argue with me. So yeah, but those the cool. And then so right here it can kind of be shaped for squinting, open eye, and then where is it? And then in here I kind of curved the top a little bit. So oh, okay, here we go. So yeah, that's that. That also kind of sucks. And so that drawing just looks weird. I don't know, something just looks off about it. So Bucky Man was like eating a sandwich or something, and then so he's like, "Hey, shouldn't you be working?" He's like, "I'm on lunch break or something," and then I did a revised version over here. And it's like, I said your lunch break is over or something. And he's like, actually, it started like 2 minutes ago, and you don't outrank me, so I'm just gonna eat. And then, he gets all angry and stuff. So his fist catches fire because he's going to be what's called a combustor. So they, combust into flames and stuff. And then, he's like, your fist is on fire, just. He's like, I'm gonna kill you because he's a crash out. And then so it's like, geez, I was only eating, and then so originally I was just gonna have it do this, but I think I'm gonna have him hit him a couple times, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna burn you alive, and Buckman's gonna be like, you're gonna beg for mercy, and then I'm gonna do what like Star Wars did almost, where they start more in the middle of oh no, Bob died. Where they start in the middle of the story, sort of. So then Bucket Man already sort of developed his powers, and And then I'm gonna have a manga like sort of like JJK Zero, where it kind of goes more into the backstory. Um, and then yeah, so that's some concept. Oh yeah, and this was not that. My bad, guys. So this scene was originally supposed to be of his origin thing, and then he kind of like crashes out and then beats up the guy because he smacked his delicious sandwich away. And then I changed it so then this guy attacks first, and has powers. Otherwise it'd be kind of weird because Bucket Man just crashes out and then attacks some guy. I don't have like a full name for Bucket Man yet, like a secret identity name, except his identity probably won't be too secret. But so far I'm thinking of calling his first name being like Buck or something to play on Buck It. Yeah. So that's Bucket Man, and so for the power system being loosely based on rage, so you have amplifiers who kind of just resort to violence or something. So violent people who kind of resort to punching people and hitting people and stuff. So that's gonna be more like Bucket Man, where they amplify their arms and stuff to punch people harder, and then people who tend to just kind of dip out, I guess, when they get angry. They just that's gonna be the kind of guy who amplifies his legs to just run really fast, and then people who see things out, they amplify their eyes to have sort of like eagle vision. And I'm gonna have like this really cool pair up where an eagle vision guy and a combustor combined together, not like combined together, but like the eagle vision guy will be held by the combustor, and then the combustor is kind of flying while the eagle vision guy uses his eagle vision to spot out people, and then the combustor kind of snipes them with his fireballs or something. But that's gonna be really cool. So combustors, so the whole rage system is kind of based on like people's natural reaction when they get angry. So combustors are the people who crash out and explode whenever they get angry. Like they snap easily. And then suppressors. They're the kind of people that just keep it to themselves, I guess. Of course, until they snap, which actually that could be really cool in the book. And then there's gonna be another one called distorters. They're gonna be more like gaslighters because they sort of just they can change the area around them. So like a building could pop up out of nowhere, or a building could disappear out of nowhere, or suddenly the ground just shapes into a volcano or something. I don't know. Their ability's really broken, but those types of people are rare, I guess. Not really like gaslighters are rare, but like to develop the ability is rare. Um and then uh empaths. Those are going to be people who like um I don't know, try to I don't really know. That's why it's more loosely based on rage, but they kind of they have the ability to connect to other people's powers, creating like a web line where they can uh not take other powers from other people, but use it. Like, so the other person could be like a combustor and they're using all their fire abilities and stuff, and then the other guy uses their power connecting, so with the power line sort of connecting their power to his, so then he can use it, of course, not nullifying his power. um and then I was thinking of maybe having a empath suppressor fusion type thing where they connect to their power to suppress it more. So that could be a cool idea. Tell me if you guys want that or something. Um uh Lost my train of thought. Um. Oh, geez, this is long. I might have to edit this out. But Oh, and if you want to see like any other art projects besides the like 30-day challenge and Bob or the Among Us desktop guy, um, then just put that down below because I have an idea for a Halloween costume. I have like two boxes that fit around my arms so then I can sort of walk on all fours, I guess. Like the boxes extend so I can reach the ground. Um, so if you want a video on that, I could do that. And I also have like black spray paint and a like the black suit you can get at like Spirit Halloween where you put the hood over and zip it all up. So then and then I'll just like spray paint the boxes so then it sort of blends in with the costume and stuff. Oh yeah, but another cool thing about like the Bob guy is so the other side he's kind of like dead. So then if he ever so then if he ever just like falls down, then he's just dead. It works better if like he falls from higher, I guess. But if I do a tutorial on that and you guys make your own Bobs, I will not be responsible for any deaths for your Bob characters, I guess. And then Theomogus, it's also just simple backpack even. I have more of those, and I had a table with an emergency button, except that broke easily. It's all made out of Lego, so it just broke apart, but it was too finicky to work with because the benches and stuff. But that's all the concept for Buckham. Oh wait, I just remembered something. 1 second, I'm gonna have to pull out the Lego stand. Oh wait, it's backwards. My bad, guys. So yeah, that's that. So I was gonna have him like, like today is the day I ask her out, and then he knocks on her door or something. I knew I spelled knock right, but I swear I saw it spelled like that in some manga for like the manga effects or something. And then she answers the door like, please go out with me. Yeah, no, and then he just like brutally rejected. She slams the door on him even, and then he's just kind of walking out. He's like, I thought the heroes get the girls or something. And then there's gonna be a villain who's like, well, don't sit and cry about it or something. And then I was gonna continue, but I just kind of forgot about it. And then here, so like while fighting a villain, since it's a common trope, hero gets brutally rejected, and they just kind of let the villain hit them. So then the villain's kind of like, are you just gonna be all mopey about it and just let me hit you? And then he sort of laughs at him. And then in most movies or shows, they get brutally rejected and they just let themselves get hit, and then for some miraculous reason, the girl realizes, and then they go out and they're like, wait, no, I love you or something. But that's not gonna happen here. And then Bucket Man, because he's like, nah, in fact it makes me want to hit you harder, makes me want to see you beg for mercy, just absolutely beat him bloody or something. I don't know, guys. So if that sounds cool, I'll definitely put that in there. I'll probably put it in there anyway. But yeah. Oh, and then I cooked Bob up in like not even 5 minutes, I don't think. It's really the drawing that takes the most part. Oh yeah, and you do need scissors to cut the feet, and that can get a little messy. So warning there. Yeah, but if you stayed the whole video and just listened to me rant the whole time, thanks. Oh, and thank you for all the support. I was gonna shout out the commenters, just because they were pretty nice in the comments, but I forgot the commenters, so I'll have to put it in the comments of this video and shout them out that way. Cause I'm too lazy and don't want to do a take two, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you actually enjoy watching me learn how to draw and stuff. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of my day challenge. You'll probably have to pause the video because I'm giving you a very oh, I do have some concept for what Bucket Man without the bucket on his head, of course, will look like. I'll show you what I did today. Oh yeah. So while I get this all like set up and stuff, I'm going to tell you guys. So Bucket Man, he puts he works at like a construction site, so there would be like buckets around, and then his like first confrontation, which would be in like Bucket Man 0 or something like that, where it goes over Bucket Man's backstory. He like he sees somebody like mugging somebody, I guess, and then he picks up a bucket and chases them down and just kind of one hit whacks him with it or something, I guess, and then they get all mad, and then so he puts the bucket over his head, and then of course it's covering his eyes, but Bucket Man drops like something like not drop something, but like says something like, "I'm so blinded by rage, I don't even need to see," or something. But yeah, so yeah, there's your sneak. Yeah, that's the sneak peek. So yeah, peace out.